Welcome to the Ad Expert Podcast.
Glad to be here.
So, if you are operating in a highly competitive digital market right now, you probably already know the brutal reality of it all.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you can bid $50 a click, write completely flawless ad copy, and still, just burn through your entire monthly budget by Tuesday.
Yep.
Without a single qualified lead to show for it.
It is honestly the single most persistent challenge for seasoned digital marketers today.
Right.
You are looking at your dashboard and you see the impressions, you see the clicks coming in, but the CPA is just bloated.
It is massive.
Yeah, and the margins are shrinking. It is like this invisible algorithmic tax that you pay when your campaign structure is not perfectly mapped to Google's back-end expectations.
Exactly. And, to reverse engineer how to actually strip away that tax, our mission in this deep dive is to decode exactly how to drive down your Google Ads cost per conversion.
Right.
And critically, how to do it without choking off your lead volume or sacrificing the quality of the prospects you bring in.
Which is a tough balance to strike.
It really is. So we are pulling the playbook today directly from Ad Expert.
Yeah.
They are a Los Angeles-based online marketing and web development agency, and we're looking specifically at a piece published by their founder and marketing strategist, Sam Ashrafi.
Along with some really great insights from their SEO and analytics expert, Ahsan Nabavadi.
Right, exactly.
And I think that is an important contextual anchor for us to start with, because Ad Expert is not just operating in a vacuum here.
Yeah.
They have over a decade of experience hyper-focused on the local Los Angeles market.
Right. And when we say Los Angeles, we really need to be highly specific. Like, the sources highlight their service areas, right? Woodland Hills, Calabasas, Winnetka, Tarzana.
Yeah. Encino, Sherman Oaks, West Hills.
Reseda, Burbank, Van Nuys. But, okay, I have to stop right here and play devil's advocate for a second.
Go for it.
Because, every agency on the planet slaps the phrase data-driven on their homepage, right?
Oh, totally. It is the biggest buzzword.
Right. They all claim to use real-time insights. But when Ad Expert talks about a data-driven approach, like leveraging live tracking and AI solutions, what does that actually mean mechanically?
Right.
Like, for a campaign in a geographical grid as dense and aggressively competitive as the San Fernando Valley.
Well, it is a crucial distinction, because in a market where municipal borders just bleed into each other block by block, data-driven cannot just mean looking at a monthly spreadsheet of click-through rates.
Yeah, a PDF report at the end of the month is not going to cut it.
Exactly. Mechanically, it means aggregating cross-channel signals. So like your website's behavioral analytics, organic search data, and paid performance.
Okay.
And feeding all of that into Google's machine learning models in real time. Because in a dense market like LA, your competitors are constantly adjusting their bids.
They're not sleeping.
Right. If you aren't using an infrastructure that monitors competitor impression share and adjusts your campaign parameters on the fly, you are not data-driven.
You're just reacting.
Yeah, you are just reacting to history at that point. So Ad Expert's methodology is really about predictive adjustment before the budget is completely burned.
Which brings us right into the belly of the beast, I think. Driving down that cost per conversion, or CPA.
Yeah.
Sam Safi's April 2026 article frames this as the foundational metric. But I want to elevate this past the basic definition,
Sure.
Because we all know what CPA is. We all know it is the cost to acquire a customer.
Right.
But, having a high cost per conversion is basically like buying a massive, incredibly expensive billboard in the middle of an empty desert.
That is a great analogy.
Right. Because, sure, you paid for the ad, the billboard is up. But if no one is taking action, you are just bleeding money.
Exactly. And the goal isn't just to spend less money overall, right?
Yeah.
It is to ensure that the money you do spend actually goes toward relevant ad targeting and high-performing keyword groups. So you lower the cost required to acquire each individual customer.
So what are the invisible forces driving that cost up, even when you think you were doing everything right?
Well, the primary invisible force driving up your CPA is the misalignment between your bid strategy and the actual search intent of the user.
Okay.
Think of Google's advertising algorithm like a highly aggressive, high-frequency day trading bot operating in the stock market.
Oh, I like this. Okay, walk me through the day trader bot analogy.
Okay, so if you give that algorithmic day trader a broad directive, say, buy anything related to plumbing in Los Angeles.
Right.
It is going to execute those trades in milliseconds. It
Hmm.
is going to buy thousands of cheap, absolute junk shares of search intent.
Oh, wow.
It will bid on people searching for, like, how to fix a plumbing leak or plumbing supply stores or even plumbing apprenticeship programs.
Yeah, people who do not want to hire a plumber at all.
Exactly. You technically get the clicks, you own those shares,
Yeah.
but none of those users have the commercial intent to hire a plumber right now.
Wow. Okay.
So your conversion rate just plummets to near zero. And the mathematical reality is that your cost per conversion skyrockets because you just bought a massive portfolio of basically worthless traffic.
Because the algorithm did exactly what you told it to do.
Right.
But you just didn't define the parameters tightly enough to protect your own wallet.
Exactly. The goal of optimization is to essentially act as the risk manager for that day trader bot.
Right.
You want to force it to stop buying penny stocks and only bid heavily on high-yield, high-commercial intent searches.
So you lower the CPA, not necessarily by lowering your CPC, but by increasing the density of actual conversions within the clicks you do buy,
That is exactly it.
which perfectly transitions into the actual mechanism that Google uses to regulate all this,
Yeah.
right? The quality score.
Oh, yeah. The secret weapon.
Yeah. The source material emphasizes that a higher quality score directly suppresses your CPC and elevates your ad position.
Yep.
Wait, so Google is essentially grading your homework here.
Basically, yeah.
Like, if your ad is highly relevant to what the user is searching for, Google actually gives you a discount and better placement.
They do, because Google wants a good experience for its users, you know? By matching search intent perfectly, you achieve a higher click-through rate.
But let's look under the hood for a second, because for a long time, the industry treated quality score like a basic matching game.
Oh, totally. Match the keyword in the ad, put the keyword on the landing page, and boom, you get an A+.
Right. But with Google's modern natural language processing algorithms, it is not just a basic matching game anymore, is it?
Not at all. I mean, it used to be entirely based on exact string matching, but today Google's algorithm evaluates semantic vectors.
Okay.
It isn't just looking to see if the phrase, plumber in Encino appears 3 times on your page.
Okay.
It is actually evaluating the entire context of your ad copy and the destination page to assess if it genuinely resolves the user's implicit problem.
So how does ad experts' approach to what they call precise copywriting actually manipulate that semantic evaluation? Because the article mentions using relevant semantic keywords and high search phrases.
Yeah.
If I am writing an ad right now, what am I actually doing to feed that algorithm what it wants?
You are basically building contextual relevance. So precise copywriting means constructing ad clusters that surround the core keyword with naturally related entities.
Give me an example of that.
Sure. So if you are bidding on emergency roof repair, Google's NLP expects to see related semantic concepts in your ad and landing page.
Like what?
Words like tarping, water damage, insurance claims, dispatch times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if those semantic entities are missing, Google actually perceives your ad as lower quality, even if you bid higher than your competitor.
That is wild.
It is. An ad expert utilizes those semantic keywords specifically to signal deep structural relevance to the algorithm. And that is what actually earns that quality score discount in the auction.
And the article also explicitly calls out the use of ad extensions, right? Site links, callouts, structured snippets. Are those just nice-to-have decorations, or are they structural requirements at this point?
Oh, they are absolutely structural requirements now. Ad extensions fundamentally increase the physical real estate your ad occupies on the search results page.
Right, it just takes up more space.
Exactly. And when your ad is physically larger, click-through rates naturally increase.
Makes sense.
And because expected click-through rate is one of the 3 primary pillars of the quality score calculation, utilizing every available extension creates this sort of self-fulfilling prophecy.
I see.
It boosts the CTR, which boosts the quality score, which lowers the CPC, which ultimately drives down your CPA.
But hold on, if we optimize the quality score, we still have to actually bid on the auction.
Yes, you do.
And this is where I see a lot of marketers getting into trouble, because the source material outlines the 2 main paths, right? Manual CPC and automated target CPA.
Right.
And I want to ask a critical question here on behalf of the listener, because the industry is just obsessed with automation right now.
Oh, completely obsessed.
When should you hold the reins tightly with manual CPC? And when should you actually hand the keys over to an automated target CPA strategy?
It is a great question.
Because if I'm running a local HVAC business in Tarzana, I might only get 30 or 40 conversions a month.
Yeah.
Doesn't turning on an automated target CPA strategy with that low of a data volume just cause the machine learning to thrash around and waste money?
You have hit on the exact threshold problem with machine learning in local markets. You are entirely correct.
Right.
Target CPA is an incredibly powerful automated bidding strategy, but it is wholly dependent on statistical significance.
Okay.
If the algorithm doesn't have a dense enough history of successful conversions to analyze, it simply cannot accurately predict which future options are likely to convert.
It is like asking our day trader bot to predict the stock market based on looking at just 2 days of data.
Exactly.
It is going to make catastrophic bets.
It is, and this is why AdExpert doesn't just blindly flip the switch to AI. The strategic deployment usually involves starting with manual CPC or enhanced CPC to hold the reins very tightly during that initial launch phase.
So you start manual.
Right. You aggressively manage bids, you prune out negative keywords, and you basically force the campaign to generate a baseline of highly qualified conversion data.
You are essentially training the algorithm manually.
Yes, you are building the data model yourself. And only once you cross a specific threshold of consistent conversion volume do you finally hand the keys over to the target CPA algorithm.
And the source material heavily emphasizes continuous A/B testing within this framework too, right?
Oh, it's crucial.
Trying different value propositions, different calls to action. I imagine that's because if the algorithm is optimizing toward your ads, but your ads are stale, the AI is essentially optimizing toward a ceiling.
Precisely. Automation is incredibly powerful, but it requires continuous monitoring. The AI can only optimize the delivery of the assets you actually give it. If your ad copy doesn't clearly articulate a unique value proposition, the algorithm will eventually just exhaust the pool of people willing to click on a mediocre ad.
So A/B testing feeds the machine.
Yeah. A/B testing is how you constantly feed the machine learning new, high-potential creative to test against its existing baseline, ensuring ad spend goes to high-converting campaigns rather than being wasted.
Okay, so let's say we have executed this perfectly.
Okay.
We have a stellar quality score through semantic relevance.
Yeah.
We have trained the target CPA algorithm, and it is bidding efficiently.
Sounds good.
The user sees our ad, the intent matches, and they click. The auction is over.
Right.
But the source material makes a hard pivot here to the landing page.
Yes, the destination.
Having an optimized ad but a terrible landing page is like having this beautiful, inviting storefront window, but when the customer walks inside, the store is a total mess and there are no cashiers.
That is entirely accurate. If the destination fails, the money is wasted.
But from a purely technical standpoint, how does the landing page directly impact the Google Ads cost per conversion if the click has already been paid for?
Because the cost per conversion is a ratio.
Okay.
It is your total ad spend divided by your total conversions. If you spend $1,000 and get 10 conversions, your CPA is $100.
Right.
If you spend that same $1,000, but your landing page is broken and only converts 2 people, your CPA just spiked to $500.
Wow.
So the auction efficiency doesn't matter if the destination fails. Even perfect ad copy fails without a strong landing page.
It is essentially a baton pass in a relay race.
Yeah.
But the runner receiving the baton, the user, is incredibly impatient and looking for any excuse to drop it.
That is a great way to look at it. And Sam Ashrafi's article is very specific about the technical elements of that baton pass.
Like what?
Well, fast load speeds, mobile usability, clear CTA buttons, and trust signals.
Trust signals.
Yeah, like testimonials or industry badges. Fast load speeds are not just about user preference anymore. They directly impact the bounce rate.
Right. If it takes too long, I am gone.
Exactly. If a page takes 3 seconds to load on a mobile device, a significant percentage of users will just hit the back button before the page even renders.
You paid for the click, but they never even saw your offer.
Right. And that ties back into the quality score, too, because Google measures that immediate bounce as a poor landing page experience, which degrades your score and raises your future costs.
Which creates a negative feedback loop.
It does. And when someone clicks an ad for a local service, they're usually in a state of high friction or urgency.
Right. Their AC is broken or something.
Exactly. They have a broken pipe, or their air conditioning went out in the middle of a San Fernando Valley summer. They do not want to read a corporate manifesto.
Definitely not.
They need to instantly know 3 things. Do you provide the service I need? Can you service my specific location? And can I trust you?
Which brings up the geographical targeting aspect, which is obviously critical for local agencies like AdExpert. We listed off all those neighborhoods earlier: Woodland Hills, Calabasas, Sherman Oaks.
Right.
In a dense sprawl like Los Angeles, How do you prevent budget bleed across overlapping
It
borders?
is tough.
Like, if my service radius is strictly Encino and Sherman Oaks, how do I stop my ads from draining budget on clicks from someone just over the hill in Santa Monica who I cannot actually service?
This is where advanced ad scheduling and geofencing become paramount. You cannot rely on broad location targeting.
Okay.
You have to implement strict radius targeting or specific zip code inclusions. And critically, you have to exclude the surrounding zip codes.
Oh, you explicitly exclude them.
Yes. If you do not explicitly tell Google not to show your ads in Santa Monica, the algorithm might bleed your impressions over the border based on user mobility or vague IP data.
And the scheduling component is just as vital, right? The source material notes you should only show ads during peak conversion times.
Right. Let's say you run a specialized B2B consulting firm in Burbank. Your target audience is researching solutions from their office desks between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Makes sense.
If your campaign is set to run 24 hours a day, your target CPA algorithm might start buying cheaper clicks at 11 p.m. on a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Technically, it is finding cheaper CPCs, but those clicks are almost guaranteed to be unqualified or accidental. You are just burning cash.
So you have to adjust bids based on device or location and time.
Yeah, you have to apply bid modifiers to schedule the campaign, to aggressively target your high conversion windows, and completely power down when your audience goes offline.
Which really highlights how manual the setup needs to be, even when you are utilizing automation. You have to build the fences before you let the AI loose in the yard.
That is the perfect way to summarize it. Build the fences first.
This moves us into the long game then, because the source material is adamant that this is not a set-it-and-forget-it process.
Definitely not.
Maintaining a low cost per conversion requires continuous performance monitoring. Tracking CPC, conversion rates, ROI. You have to regularly update keyword lists to remove low performers.
Right, segmenting campaigns by audience and service area.
But, if we have built the perfect fences and the AI is optimizing the bids, why do we need this relentless human maintenance?
Because the environment outside your fences is constantly shifting.
Oh, right.
Search trends evolve. A competitor in Tarzana might double their ad budget overnight, radically altering the auction dynamics.
That is true.
Or Google might roll out a core algorithm update that changes how it interprets semantic intent.
So the AI is great at micro adjustments within the rules you set, but it cannot redefine the strategy if the entire game board changes.
Precisely. And this is why AdExpert emphasizes their advanced analytics and their role in providing awesome reporting and expert support.
I can see why that continuous maintenance is so overwhelming for a business owner.
It is. AdExpert leverages AI-powered customer targeting and personalized campaigns to deliver more efficient solutions, but success requires a relentless, data-driven feedback loop.
It really is a relentless feedback loop. Every click is a data point that must be digested to inform the next bid in the next auction.
Yeah.
Let's synthesize this for you, the listener, so you can actually apply this to your own campaigns.
Good idea.
Lowering your Google Ads cost per conversion requires mastering your quality score, right?
Yes.
Optimizing your bid strategies, ensuring ad relevance, perfecting the landing page experience, and strictly targeting your audience.
It is a comprehensive system of levers.
Right. You have to dictate terms to the algorithm. Do not let the day trader bot buy junk shares.
Exactly. Build your fences.
Build those data thresholds manually before handing the keys to a target CPA strategy.
Perfect the baton pass with your landing page.
And finally, build strict geofences around your service areas to prevent structural budget bleed.
It is about controlling the variables you can.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final, thought-provoking question based on the source material.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Because AdExpert emphasizes unleashing the power of AI for targeting and optimization, right?
Right.
But as AI technology continues to revolutionize online marketing, we are watching Google aggressively roll out AI overviews.
Oh, yeah. The zero-click searches.
Yes, these zero-click searches where the AI just answers the user's problem directly on the search results page without them ever needing to click a link.
It is the most disruptive shift in search behavior we have seen in a decade.
Right. So as these AI overviews become the default experience, will the traditional manual A/B testing eventually become obsolete?
It is a terrifying prospect.
If a user searches for an emergency plumber and Google's AI just instantly books the appointment directly on the search page, will the future of local digital marketing simply be one AI negotiating with Google's algorithms on your behalf?
If the click disappears, the entire architecture of the traditional ad auction has to be rebuilt.
A completely new frontier to navigate. Something for you to deeply consider as you structure your long-term digital strategy. For now, the auction still demands your attention. Understand the mechanics, build your fences, and force the algorithm to work for your bottom line. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive, and we will catch you on the next one.